Steve from Custom Table Tennis, and what we're going to have a look at, it's Wood Nut Day. So usually it's every fortnight on a Thursday, but not always. You can't count, there's holidays and things, but usually, and it's Wood Nut Day. I tell you what, we'll come back to this one because it's a new development. I'll just show you a couple of bats going out so you can see how diverse it is. This one, he's got a grass D-Tech on one side, and he's got a fast arc G1 on the other. It's his second identical blade. He wanted 7.8 on our vernier gauge, and he's got 7.8. It's balsa, it's nice and lightweight. I'll give you an idea of the weight of the whole bat. It's a beautiful made. If you can't really see it actually in that light, but just be aware that, especially if you're buying blades that have got writing on, make sure that if you've got a pimple ox and it's red, you're going to get a little bit of the grain coming through, but to be fair, that's not bad at all. The overall bat on that, nice feel. It's 138.2, and it's got the beautiful anatomic handle in Zebrano. So that's the first one going out today, made up, and then I'm going to show you some others in a moment. That's going out. Customer. The other one that we've got, my handle of choice, not the material, because this is Wengi, which makes the blade a little bit heavier, but on one side we can see he's got the new Europe 8, the Axiom Europe 8, very nice spinny rubber. You can pause on that packet there if you want to have a look more information about that. And that's going out. On the other side, he's got the Europe DF, dynamic friction. So he's got the Europes, but he's got two different types. And it's got a nice balance. We've got the beautiful, as I said, that's a Wengi wood. And it's both, coincidentally, have got the black limber outers. So we'll bob that on the scales. 175. Nice balance, nice feel, not too heavy, not too light. Just a couple of bats going out today. So what I'll do, I'll introduce you to something new that we've got going on, and then there's a little bit of bad news regarding Hinoi. We knew it was difficult to get hold of, and we just got a couple left, so get those while you can. But what we've got, and I shall be testing it, look, that was yesterday, finished on bonfire night. We've got some beautiful Anigre, got a walnut handle. It's got the 157 by 162, which is the mid-size blade. It's the blade I've been using for the last 7 years. It's absolutely guaranteed to be of that weight, that size. The thickness is about 5.2. We'll just have a look at that for you. Around about the 5.2-ish, give or take. And look at that. You cannot get any nearer with a vernier gauge. 5.22, you'd have to be nitpicking there. And what I'll also show you is the handle. This, it's every time he makes one for me to try with a different material. The walnut handle is exactly identical every time. And just so you know what it is, it's 30 that way or 30.5 that way. And about 24 that way. Everyone feels identical. I don't have any problems. I couldn't possibly use anything different now after 7 years of using this handle. I think it's absolutely unbelievable. I don't have a very big hand. I've got a small hand, but literally I would be struggling to play with anything else. So why have we got some Anigre? Because it is recommended for pimple out players. It's a special type of wood. I think, well, we've just had a look, and I think, don't quote me though, I think it's about 950 on the Janka scale. So it's not your softest, it's certainly not your hardest when you got Purple Heart at about 2,600, but it is well renowned and recommended for pimple out players, but also other players with normal reverse rubbers can use it as well. I've got to try this. I'm going to try it today later on with some rubbers on, with my usual rubbers on. Stunning thing, and I'm hoping it works for me because I will continue to, I won't take my rubbers off. Got a match next week. If it works, I shall continue to use this blade, and I'll get him to make me a couple more. So at the moment, we've got enough for about 20 blades, and then it's trying to source some more at the right price. It's a very expensive wood, as is the Hinoi. So that's the blade I'm trying, brand new. We're going to get that listed. We might not get it listed this week, but we'll certainly have it on next week. We're going to make it available in all the different handle shapes. So I'll put that to one side then, and then we'll just have a quick look of what we've got in stock. So this is a beautiful, it's been around a while because we made 4. The guy wanted 4, we made him 4, and then he only wanted 3. So there's nothing wrong with it. It was made in June 24. We can, because it's been around a little bit, we can give you 10% off that one. So you got what, £13 off that. So it'd be 117 instead of the usual price. It's got it's got to be all about spin. It's got the beautiful flared handle. We'll just have a look at the flared handle for you. It's based on an hand saucer, although it's not exactly the same. It's just based. So the narrowest part, we're at a 26.3, going up to about 35.26. And then down there, we're looking at 24.2, and then coming up to a little bit, it's tapering a little bit at 24.6. So that's based on the hand saucer. It's certainly bigger than the Stiga Master. Very, very popular. And that's in the cherry. Let's have a look at the weight of this, because you'll be interested in the weights and people will be asking. So that one is 76 grams. So it's a nice lightweight. It's actually in the Kiri wood. So that's not balsa, that's in Kiri. It's just incredibly light, because cherry is light and it's got walnut handles, so it's not much heavier than a balsa. So that's the first one that we've got. The second one that we've got, and I'll do dimensions of this one. This was made in April this year. Again, we make them in pairs, or we make 3 or 4 of them at the same time while he's making them. This one, that's 80 grams. And the reason why that's 80 grams, this was a special make for some. This is a Hinoi Offensive. And what we've got in there, I don't think I'm supposed to tell you what he's got in there, but hey ho. It was a special order, and we've got walnut in there, which stiffens it up and gives it a little bit more speed while retaining its flexibility. So this has got I mean, if I wasn't using the straight, I would certainly be using the anatomic. So at the bulbous part, or the bulging part, if you didn't know, the anatomic, this part here fits in the hollow of your hand. And if you've got a nice loose grip, I mean, I could adjust easy. I could play with that if I wanted to. And then at the thickest part, we're looking at around about 29. Then it goes in to about 27. It's very, very subtle. And then back up to 30 at the other end. Down there, the lower end, we've got 24.9, and then up this end, we've got, I'll do that again. I think I'm on the thick part there. Yeah, so we've got 24.4 there, going up to 24.9 there. So that's the Hinoi with walnut inners, and that's also on a Kiri. And we've got 10% off that one. And then the final one that we've got, which is the last one. And yeah, it's pretty much immaculate. 10% off this one. I've used it as a demo. There's no splintering. There's 2 coats of Paul double seals them. So there's no problem with splintering at all on these. And this, I had 4, and this has been one of my demo bats for testing pimples. So I've actually used that myself, probably for no more than 20 minutes to half an hour. So if it's mine, it should be around about 65 to 68, something like that. Oh, look at that. He is good, is Paul. 65 grams. And then the thickness on this one, it should be around about the 5.2 again. It's a little bit thicker. Yeah, about 5.2, 5.3. You're talking microns. I mean, you can make that whatever you want it to be, but it's about 5.2. So I just thought we'd give you some, we haven't done wood nut for a while. So we've got the 3 blades on clearance, and then we'll make room for some more, and then we're going to focus on the Anigre, and I'm going to try and try this today, and then get back to you and let me know the thoughts. I'm hoping it's going to be it plays really, really nice on the pimples. Don't want it too fast on the on the long pimple side, but then when I put the ball away on this particular side, and I didn't want a combi because there's too much difference for me. I didn't want a combination blade myself. I prefer to play with the same surfaces on both sides. So, Steve from Custom Table Tennis, hit the like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye for now.